Morning, everybody. So today we're going to take a quick field trip to War Memorial Park in Tacoma, Washington, which is right next to the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. And before I get too ahead of myself, I don't know what y'all do during or normally do on Memorial Day. I know it's a somber day for many veterans and those that they left behind, family and friends. I normally go to this ceremony at the War Memorial Park, which they're having today at 11. I've been doing that for the last five years or so, and that was when JBLM stopped doing their ceremonies like COVID time. Excuse me. But today I won't be able to go to the ceremony. We're taking our neighbor. She's an older lady. She has an appointment. She's a widow. She's like my mom's age, and want to help her out. So we're taking her to Seattle for her appointment. So I won't be able to attend the ceremony. However, I figure we'd go here, or I'd take you to the War Memorial Park and maybe just walk across the street and hit up the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. But before I do that, uh, the Bulletproof Burrito is taking us full self-driving. So, like I've said before, I'm more of even though I'm in the driver's seat, I'm more of a passenger than I am the driver, at least right now. But before I do that, my name is Israel, and you're on Forward March. If you don't know what the channel's about, I don't think I've posted in a few months. Anyway, no excuse. Getting back after it at least once, but I'm shooting for twice a week to show you something that's in the area I live in Western Washington, uh, close to Lakewood, Washington. And so I'll show you the area as we're driving to it. Take you along for the ride. Hey, good morning, Grok. Can you give me some facts about the War Memorial Park in Tacoma, Washington, and also about the Tacoma Narrows Bridge?
Good morning. War Memorial Park in Tacoma, dedicated in 1952, honors World War I and II vets with monuments, a bell from the USS Tacoma cruiser launched in 1903, and hosts Memorial Day events right by the Narrows Bridge. The original Tacoma Narrows Bridge, nicknamed Galloping Gertie, opened July 1st, 1940, as the world's third longest suspension span, but collapsed into Puget Sound on November 7th from 42-mile-per-hour winds due to aeroelastic flutter. The current one opened in 1950.
Hey, thank you, Grok.
You're welcome.
Wow, look how young the service members were. Man, this is definitely the reason for Memorial Day. This is the intent and the objective rather than getting all sauced up. But uh, hey, this is what makes the United States, America, the best place to live in, is because if you don't want to celebrate uh, Memorial Day I think as it should be, then that's your prerogative as well. Um, celebrate or remember as you see fit. However, I have my own ideas how it should be celebrated. Well, that's cool. I think this sign is new. National Suicide Prevention. Yeah, it's a tough day for veterans for sure. Um, I try to catch it today where there wasn't that many people out, and I think there isn't, but except for this a duck. So it's about 50 degrees, high 40s or something this morning. Oh, nice day. Flag at half mast. And here's where they have the ceremony. I want to say I posted, no, I think last year I posted the one on Joint Base Lewis McChord. Let me zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to get you guys a bigger angle, wider angle. Masonry work here. 1941, gone but not forgotten. 1945, Pierce County honored World War II, those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Look at that long list. All those many men. Well, I can't see if there's some that are women, but the majority of them were men. Nonetheless, Americans. Wow, look at this massive wall. And this is just Pierce County. Wow. Young lives lost. Loss of life. That's why if you ever been, if somebody's been to combat, I think they're usually the last ones to want to make decisions to go back in terms of putting other people in danger. It's like a last resort. We don't want to default to sending America's best and young men and women um, to go fight for no dumbass reason or reasons. And maybe historically, we probably, as a nation, probably haven't fought the wars that we should for the best of reasons. I'm not getting political, but it's just, I guess the longer I'm alive. And look, excuse me, I'm a Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom veteran myself, man. So it's not like uh, I don't know how it is to have that feeling of getting deployed into a dangerous place, but I do. Look at all these, man, Korean War. It's pretty cool. I just not glossed over these. I'm sorry. Um, Medal of Honor recipient, service above and beyond the call of duty. Wow. Cal J. White, Sergeant, U.S. Army, Global War on Terrorism, November 9, 2000, Nuristan Province, Afghanistan. All these great Americans here. So we're just going to take a walk over here. This is the park from the other side, or this is the angle from the other side of the park. And I would just take a little walk across the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. The ground's kept pretty well. Look at those flowers. Not a flower person. I think those are the marigolds. I don't know. Flowers for me is work. So the less I got to do, the better for me. So if you don't know the area here, we're on the other side of this road here is Highway 16, state local highway. And it connects, the 16 connects to the 5 around or in the Tacoma area, but the 16 goes off into Kitsap County, if you know the area. I'll put you on. Yeah, put you on pause. I didn't want to get ran over here. And as you heard from Grok, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, or Galloping Gertie, this is the one that fell, high winds, and it just fell. So, in the 40s, should I say, not just fell, but due to strong winds and integrity of the structure, it just doggone collapse. So, here I am. There's people flying. See, there only used to be one. Put you guys over here. Well, there was only one bridge back in the 90s when I met my wife and they built the other part of the bridge. Oh, hold on. So here, shopping cart. National Historic Civil Engineering Landmark. Look at that. Nice. Damn, I'm just gonna run up there. Put y'all on pause. I've actually never been on the bridge walking it. I've driven over it many times. Dump the trash. Got the suicide prevention. There's people that usually, as they're walking this bridge, unfortunately and sadly, just jump. I think life's so bad that the only option is to remove themselves from this world, and that truly is extremely sad and tragic that they find no other way of escape other than ending their lives. I don't know whether it's relationship, financial, mental health, addiction. I don't know. Nonetheless, tragic. So there it is, the Puget Sound, right? If you're familiar with the area, I'm not gonna go all the way across the bridge, but I'll take y'all further or far enough where you can see this beautiful area, Washington State. Look at it. Amazing. Yeah, there it is. Outstanding, right? Crazy. And so here, I think I'll just stop right here, kind of see, give you all a 360 right here. If you've never been here, 360, right? And we'll head back. Wow, a massive structure. Much bigger in real life, in real person, IRL. There it is. Oh. All right, coming back from the Tacoma Bridge, I traversed that Bridgeport slash Jackson Avenue. People just flying. That's it over there. Sometimes they're not looking for pedestrians, so I had to focus. But going back, and you see the park up ahead there. Going back to what I was saying in terms of war and sending men and women to fight the nation's wars. Look, I'm not anti-war. However, it's got to be a really good reason. And hey, don't get me wrong. When I heard that drug cartel boats were getting bombed, I was like, man, I want a piece of the action. I think that's a worthwhile cause for sure. but for other reasons, and you can fill in the blank. No, I don't think that's. I think there's more reasons not to go than to go. But I know when it's time to go to war, it's time to get down. I hear something up there. These squirrels. Well, actually, let me walk across here. Get you guys the other side. Excuse me for my runny nose. I had a double time. Remember that? A double time across the bridge. USS Kopahi. The shipyard here in Tacoma. World War II. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all this War Memorial Park that if you've never been to this park, I mean it's small, but you can see they've done, the city of Tacoma has done great by it in terms of keeping it clean, maintaining it, trash. I mean there was some graffiti up front, but for the most part, you know, there's not like grocery carts people living out here, which I think is extremely refreshing. Religious monument. I'll let y'all read that if y'all want to read that. All right. The video on pause. The cross and the Star of David. Oh, I see a squirrel. Squirrel! And that's the side that we walked in from. There's a squirrel right there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of squirrels, man, but I just caught one. See that one? In case you are, go ahead. I think they're vermin. There's that. Over here. Yeah, I'll get that. Sweet. All right, well, like I started off the video, today's Memorial Day. Honor the men and women that we lost through whatever way you deem is appropriate, or your traditions. But for me, I usually try to come to a Memorial Day event, either Joint Base Lewis and McChord at the old cemetery, or here, War Memorial Park in Tacoma, Washington. But today I can't, as for the reason I told earlier in the video. If you made it this far, I got another one that I have not posted. Blue Star Memorial, a tribute to the armed forces that have defended the United States of America, sponsored by Capital District of Garden Clubs. Okay, there it is. I went to a War Memorial Park in Bremerton, Washington last weekend. Haven't posted that one, but I think I'll post this one first and that one later. But all right, y'all. Have a good one. God bless. And remember, watch one another 6. Later.